Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Infinite Trade. So this video is basically a review of a stock. So the name of the stock is Innovative Tech Pack Limited. So this particular stock is listed in BSE and not in NSE, and this stock is currently trading at the range of 20 rupees. So basically this review is to check if this stock can turn to a multi-bagger stock or not. Okay, so let's begin the analysis. So the analysis is going to be very simple. Okay, so what are the steps that we're going to follow is, since this is a stock which even I do not know much about it, so what basically we are going to do is we're going to check some basic fundamentals of the stock to see if things are okay. Okay, so basically if you're investing it your money for a longer period of time, and that to a stock which is not a part of the blue chip stocks, then definitely some fundamental analysis is required. So how do we check the fundamentals is basically I use ticker tape most of the time. So let's see what ticker tape has to say. So returns versus FD rates. So stock has been generating better return on equity than bank FD. So how this is calculated is basically, we all know that right now the bank FD rates are somewhere close to 4.5 to 5% per annum. And if the stock has performed, better than the FD rate. So for example, if the stock has given a return of 7% over a period of 1 year, then it is considered to be better than the FD. Okay, and if we check the entry point, it says good time to consider as stock is not an overbought zone. So how this is considered? So previously, I think the stock was trading somewhere around 300, I guess. Let's quickly check that. Sorry, not 300. It was trading somewhere around 115, 116. So I think its all-time high is 116.4. So right now the stock is trading in double digit. Hence it is saying that it is good time to consider investing because it's not overpriced at the moment. So these are a couple of things which we saw. Another important thing is no red flags. Stock not in ASM or GSM list, and not a lot of promoter holding is pledged. So promoter holding is something which is important. So promoter holding is basically the owner of the company or the director of the company who is holding his position. So he is not pledging his shares to bring up more money into the company. So the lesser the pledged shares, the better is the stability of the company. So I hope we all know this, but I'm just sharing for people who are new, they can understand it. So this is the total promoter holding, which is around 74.36. And if you see from June quarter this year, so this is June last year, 2020. From June 2020 to September 2021, the promoter held holding has been same throughout the year. So there is no domestic institution holding or foreign institutions. Mutual funds have about 0.06% and 25% is held by retail traders. So just to give you an insight on this, so wherever you don't see FIIs holding or DIIs holding, that means the momentum in this particular stock is going to be slow most of the times. Okay, and sometimes what happens is chances of manipulation or operators working on such stocks are more, because FIs are not holding it, so it becomes easier for others to actually uh, invest money and manipulate it. But any which ways, that is not going to be a concern here, because the promoter holding is too high, and any manipulation or anything if goes wrong, it will directly affect the promoter. So we have 25% retail holding. So we just have to keep one thing in mind: the momentum that we expect in a stock, that can be limited just because we do not have FIs holding. So this is about some uh, fundamental analysis of the stock. Now let's quickly check the charts. So whenever we check the chart, what we do is we do a top down approach. Okay, so starting from monthly. So if you look at the monthly chart, what can we see is from December 2017, the stock has been falling continuously, and it has taken a halt somewhere close to 7 or 8 rupees. So this price was uh, there in the year 2012 October. So somewhere close to that, the price has again taken a halt and given a small bounce. So whenever you are trading a stock, if you're planning to invest for shorter period of time or maybe longer period of time, so stock trading and index trading is totally different. Why it is different? Because we have already seen indices like Nifty and Bank Nifty. They can uh, move 2%, 3% in a particular day, but stocks aren't like that. Stocks can even move 30-40% in a day. So hence what happens is the analysis becomes a little different. So how I do the analysis is, if I want to invest in any particular stock, I particularly look for any sort of bullish or bearish pattern if the stock is forming. So in this case, if you look at the monthly chart, we really cannot see any pattern that is visible. So what we'll do is we'll now move to a smaller time frame. So I'm moving to a weekly time frame. Let me just zoom out a bit. Okay, so if you look at a weekly time frame, so for identifying any sort of pattern, line chart is more convenient than the candlesticks. So let's move this to a line chart. So if we move this to a line chart, what we can see, we already discussed that it has taken support at the price which was trading in the year 2012, and now the price is given some sort of bounce, and it is clearly visible for me that it is forming a bullish pattern. So if anyone knows what the pattern is, you can pause the video and just write on the comment box what sort of bullish pattern that you can see. Now I'll tell you what pattern I can see. So here what I can see is this particular stock is basically forming a cup and handle pattern. Okay, this is clearly visible, and so I hope everyone knows what is a cup and handle pattern. So if anyone doesn't know, they can go on Google and just write cup and handle pattern. You will get a lot of information on Investopedia. So I can see here that the stock is forming a cup and handle pattern. which is a bullish pattern. So I've already marked the lines. Let me just show you that. Okay, so this is basically the cup and handle pattern. So the stock is just about to give breakout. It has not given breakout yet, but it will give breakout very soon, it looks like. So ideally now I think we should change this to candle so that we can plan a proper entry on this. So it has already tried a couple of times, but it just came back in. So but that's not an issue. So what we should be doing here is, if you see here on the weekly time frame, so this is one of the candle which tried to give a breakout, but it came back in. But immediately what we have seen is there is a good retracement from the lower end. So this particular candle's high, which is 21.85. So I'm just writing it down, 21.85. So if a daily candle closes above this price, then we can consider this to be a breakout. Okay. And what should be your SL? Your SL should be this candle's low, because it came down and people pushed the price on the upper side. So this candle's low is 15.5. Okay, so I'm also writing that 15.50. So I think we'll keep our stop loss somewhere close to 15.30, something like this. Okay, so this should be our SL. Now coming back to the target, what should be the target? So let's zoom this out a little. So in a cup and handle pattern, how do we plan our target is the distance between this and this. Okay, so we'll calculate this distance. So let's quickly calculate them. So the price is somewhere close to 28.8 and the lowest price is 7.5. So let's quickly do a small calculation. So 28.8 minus 7.5, 21.3, plus consider that our entry is at 22, so somewhere close to 43 rupees should be our target. Okay, so target, so this target is based on the cup and handle pattern, 43. Okay, so this is our target, and I think this is pretty much a very good target because it's almost 100%. So I'm just putting a line as 43. So settings, 43 rupees. Okay, so somewhere close to this particular resistance. So this can be considered as a resistance around 47. So this area should be our target. So a very simple analysis. Okay, so even you can move this down on to a daily time frame. Yeah, so daily time frame is also similar. Yeah, the entry becomes the same, and this particular red candle slow is our SL. Yes, so a simple way of performing the analysis. So I'm not doing any Fibonacci here. The only reason is we already have a bullish pattern that is being formed. Okay, so when we do not have a pattern or something, and or for example, if it has given a breakout and we have also crossed 43 rupees over a period of time, then what we can plan is, for further targets we can use Fibonacci to see where should be the retracement point and what should be the target thereafter. So that we'll review later in case if you ask for. And the last point is, how much time would it take to reach this place, okay, to reach this target. So for a cup and handle pattern, there is no time frame as such, because usually if you look at a double top or a double bottom, something like that, then you get a fair idea like how much time it took to form a double top or double bottom, and then how much time it would take to reach the target. But for a couple handle pattern, since this is an accumulation phase that happens, accumulation phase can take a longer period of time. So for a cup and handle pattern, it can take about 8 to 10 weeks to even around 1.5 years. Okay, but the breakout, if it gives, then this target even can be achieved in less than a month. Okay, so that's how intense the breakout could be. So I hope you all like this analysis, and if you want any other analysis on any particular stock, you can definitely let me know. If I get time, I would definitely love to do it. So thank you for watching, people. If you have any questions regarding this analysis, you can definitely post on the comment. I shall reply, or in case if there is any video that needs to be recorded to clarify them, I will definitely do that. Thank you for watching. Let's meet tomorrow on another video on our Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis. Thank you. Bye. Good night.